Our project is about how lizards experience speciation due to natural disaster.
Here on the island, we have a group of lizards. As you can see, they're green in color. On their island, they have a food source that they eat plants and bugs. There's limited predators, so the lizards are the main species that make up the island.
An active volcano started erupting on this half of the island regularly over time, covering half of the island with ash and leaving the other half untouched.
So as you can see, this is after the volcano had erupted, but I will be discussing what did not change in events. So I have the green section as where the environment hadn't changed at all. They still had limited predators to where they didn't have anything to hunt them, still eat the bugs and plants like normal. They didn't adapt any new skin texture, which it was still green and smooth. The same tropical environment, you really wouldn't see any difference on this side of the half. And
Now, over multiple generations, we've seen a lot of these different changes come between the two species. They're now different species of lizard. The one species that's affected by the volcanic ash, they develop the black and bumpy skin, and they also live most of their lives underneath the ground, feeding on bugs and surviving from the ash above underneath the ground. This separates them distinctly from the green lizards, who have no need to go underground, who both eat plants and bugs above the surface. They've become two different species entirely, and so even if they meet up with each other, they don't recognize each other as a mateable pair.
So as you can see, from start to finish, we've been able to demonstrate how through a natural disaster, a group or population of lizards has been able to experience speciation, to where they're now two completely different populations or species that live completely different lives than they did before. Awesome. So unfortunately, on this side of the island, things did change. The volcanic ash covered this entire side of the island, which killed all vegetation that was on the surface. The lizards that were living on the side of the island hence had to adapt or mutate to deal with the new surroundings. Because the plants and vegetation that they once ate on this side were now gone, luckily the bugs were still there, so they changed their diet from eating plants and bugs to now just solely bugs. And since the top was completely killed off, they began to burrow down under the earth in order to habitate there. That's where they lived, and they would also dig down in order to find their bugs. And also some changes that we see in the lizards is to be able to blend in with the ash and the rocks that were on the surface from the volcanic eruption. Their skin color over multiple generations began to mutate and change to where the entire population now had a black colored skin with a rough, bumpy texture. So they changed from green and smooth to now black and bumpy because of the volcanic eruption and the change in their environment. And this helped with their fitness to be able to better survive their new surroundings and help them survive natural selection.